InViewTV. Through the eyes of, through the eyes of, through the eyes of InViewTV.
Hello everyone and welcome to yet another edition of Let's Get Deeper, live streamed here on InViewTV and OvoPlay. My name's Belinda Joh.
And my name is Michael El Bacha.
And it's so nice to see you again, Michael, after 2 weeks.
I know, it's been a while, hasn't it? Nice to see you. And always stunning.
Thank you. And I love that very loud shirt yet again. And I understand this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Michael?
Absolutely. It's an awareness, something very close to my heart. Suffered depression in my time, and just want to acknowledge that's a very important month for everyone involved. That is knowing what mental health is all about as well, and also checking in on all our friends and family and making sure they are okay, and just be kind to each other and be there for each other is my motto tonight. Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely, and it's very important, that initiative. Before we introduce our very exciting guest, we want to say a big happy birthday to our amazing executive producer, Bruce Mott, whose birthday was the other day. We hope you had an amazing day. But now it's time to introduce the man himself. Michael, why don't you take it away?
Absolutely. Look, I've got a 90s phenomenon, a TV presenter that turned rock star. Let's just showcase the one and only Mr. Harvey.
If we try, we can fly. I need you to achieve you. Another day goes by and you're here now. I see you, feel you tonight. Easier, an easier life for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi, how are you guys?
Amazing. Oh, it's so good. So good to have you on.
Yeah, I'm so
Cheers.
thrilled to be here, and thanks for having me. I'm sorry for running late.
That's okay. We're here now. It's all happening.
Yeah.
And welcome to you as well, Sterling.
Thank you. Hi, Belinda Joh. Hi, Michael. Happy birthday, Bruce.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bruce. And this is Sterling, our bass player, should I say? My next door neighbour as well. How handy is that? Rehearsals are easy.
And I love your backdrop. That's your backyard, right? Your backdrop.
This is my backyard. Yeah, the sun's about to set out there, and we've got a beautiful lake. And thank you, COVID-19.
Well, we're going to start the interview off. You've just released a brand new EP. It's Cool to Be Kind with K's. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sorry, which one? Oh, Cool to Be Kind, my EP. Yeah. It was amazing. Because on my year off in 2019, I was introduced to this amazing producer called Magnus Murphy, and we recorded The Notebook, and we were going to give it to a charity because a friend of mine, Elena, came up with an idea. She said those lyrics would be perfect for the environment, and they fit so well for it. And so I cut together a whole bunch of shots with the environment, and it worked amazingly. And because the recording was so good, I was due to travel around the rest of Australia, but I got a good tax return, and instead of powering onto Darwin, I turned around and did a U-turn and went back to Brisbane and tried to record an album, and we didn't quite get there because I ran out of money. And so the EP is the result of that. So it was amazing. It's been great. So and the 4 songs are really sort of a cross section of everything that I've been writing, and I'm so thrilled today. I just can't get the smile off my face. So.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Harvey. You've actually signed a publishing and distribution deal, as I understand. I mean, that must be so exciting.
Yeah, 49 years of age. I've 9 years older than what's his name? Sterling? You know the guy. Pete Murray. Pete Murray.
Most other people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Pete Murray. Most other people. Yeah, so an old man signing a recording deal. Who says they can't teach old dogs new tricks?
That's the way we like it. And just before we show one of your music videos, I want to ask you, Sterling, what's it like playing alongside Mr. Harvey? What's the experience like? Oh, we're having some technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
God, my mum called. I've got it on.
Oh dear. I was just asking you,
So
Sterling.
playing with Nath is a lot like that. Like playing with your mum. Oh look, it's been a weird thing. Like I've played music for years and years and years and done a bunch of different things, lots of different genres, and then I haven't played in a long time, and I was feeling very guilty that I hadn't played because I used to play semi-professionally and haven't done anything for a good decade, and then I'm just sitting here quietly running my business, living my life, and then Nath moves in.
Yeah.
And are we still on, guys?
Yeah, we're still on.
Yep.
And then Nath moves in, I know, 6 months ago, and we just have a chat on the front lawn, and he said, "Oh, I play a few songs," and I said, "Oh, I used to be Mizo," and then we just had a bit of a drink and a bit of a get the guitars out, and it's been strange. So Nate's kind of at the start of his musical journey, and I've played for years. So anyone who's watching this, that's a muso, have played for a few years. You sort of like to, you like to play with people that are around the same skill level as you. So I mean that in the nicest possible way, but so Nate's kind of still learning in a sense, like, and he's the first to say that he's still a bit green, but he's just the most enthusiastic mother I've ever met. Like he just drives. You just come over and he's like, "Oh, I've got this going on," and you're just like, "Okay, well, I'll just come along for the ride." And so not to sound lazy, but like Nate's just he's just a hurricane, and I'm
Nathan explosion.
and I'm very committed. If someone else is really committed, then I'm there as well. So it's been awesome. Like, and we've become really good mates, and yeah, it's been so out of the blue, and I just think I really think we're going to be, we're going to be close for a long time, and this is just going to travel. It's going to go somewhere, like no doubt,
And it was amazing because I was really worried about my neighbours when I moved in, and I've got like a very eccentric older French guy to the right who's Michel, and the first time I met him, he was wearing a kimono and slippers, and then I checked on the left hand side, and it's an ex-touring bass player. It's like, "You beauty."
Very strange.
Well, it sounds like it's all meant to be. Definitely for you both. So congratulations on collaborating. Now we're going to have a quick look at your music video. I Like It Easy.
Ah, cool.
I like it easy.
I take the farthest park in shopping malls, and I'll back down from a fight. I don't like SMS, I'll call, and I stay up late at night. I like it easy, an easier life for me. Why the hell should I work 5 days when it's easier working 3? I live in a modest granny flat. The landlord's as nice can be. I always pay my rent on time, and I mow their lawns for free. I take the train into the city, don't drive a flashy car. When a woman tries to get close to me, I'll love her from afar. I like it easy, an easier life for me. I focus on my happiness, not on the money tree. An easier life for me. I don't get hyped by the latest hype. I do what I do for me. I've got a bunch of friends I call my best. My family's super close. They're the ones that pass the toughest tests, the ones I value most. I like it easy, an easier life for me. When your life boils down to just one thing, it's your friends and family. There, an easier life for me. I know just where I'm going now, and I'll go forth happily. An easier life for me. No worries, mate.
No worries, mate. That's amazing.
No worries, mate.
I love it. What an awesome song. Honestly,
Thank you.
loved it, loved it. Look, I want to talk to you about the song, but listen, I want to talk to you about your 90s phenomenon era. You were on Foxtel In Demand. You were on TV. You were a model, pin-up boy. You were a TV presenter. You've done it all, really, and you've also helped the LGBTQI plus community with your AIDS Trust work back in the 90s, where AIDS or HIV was not cool to talk about. I've got goosebumps saying that. I want to thank you on behalf of our community. Can you tell us about your AIDS Trust work back in the 90s?
Pleasure, mate. Yeah, well, it was a very frightening time, and it's funny. It's funny now. We've almost come full circle because there's a pandemic happening, and at the time, you know, everyone was really, really worried about AIDS as well, and you know, there wasn't a cure, and a lot of people that I was working with, like were worried because there was a lot of gays and lesbians and in the community that were working in the arts, and that's just the way it is. You know, they're attracted to those kind of professions, and a couple of people that I'd known had died, and I was asked to do a talk against homophobia at the Sydney Swans locker room, and it was a subject that I was quite passionate about, and Terry Trethowan, who remains a great friend of mine, was there, who's the CEO of the AIDS Trust, and he asked me if I'd like to join as a governor. And so it it wasn't only dealing with the just a PR type thing. It was legislation, and it had a lot of and I was considered the link between the heterosexual and the gay community, to dispel any rumours, and to also just to inform the heterosexual community that it was very dangerous for them as well. And at the time, there was a lot of fear and a lot of disinformation being spread about AIDS, and you know, and a lot of it was being directed towards the LGBTI community, and so my job was really just to tell people, you know, it's something that we all should be involved with together to work towards solutions, and also the best part of it was organising the entertainment for the Sydney Food and Wine Fair, which was amazing, and we raised a lot of money that year, and they changed the whole model of the Sydney Food and Wine Fair to base it on entertainment, because you know, once the food ran out, everyone used to go home, but when you had a lot of good entertainment, they made a lot of money on the alcohol afterwards, and we had some pretty good parties in Hyde Park after that. So it was amazing, an incredible time, and I'm super proud of it. I don't really talk about it that much, and you know, and so thank you for bringing that up, Michael.
That's okay, my pleasure. Thank you for all your hard work.
It's very important work. I want to just talk about the song just for a second that we just heard. I Like It Easy, and a particular line. I just want to know. I just want to understand as a woman. So you said something about loving a woman or something from afar, and then I like it easy. I don't get how the two go together.
My girlfriend said that to me as well.
I don't understand. How's it done?
No.
What do you mean by
I'm
that?
just hopeless. I'm hopeless at relationships, and it's funny. I think if I was to get in another relationship, it would probably live in different households and stuff, because I don't know. I'm a bit of a loner and a bit of a hermit, and you know, it's funny, but I kind of like my own space, and so it's very hard for me to actually move in with someone and do all that kind of stuff. So it's going to have to be a very special person that will make me do that. And I just find it easier just to be by myself. It's a tricky one, but you know, I've found it easier that way. And now that I'm on a bit of a mission, the person would have to be very, very, very into music, because that's all I really think doing every day, apart from a surf every now and then, things like that. So I suppose it's a little bit selfish of me, but at the same time, you have to give something your all, and almost spend 24 hours a day on it these days if you're going to get anywhere or do anything. So
I can totally relate with that one. And Nathan, you got some exciting news about a documentary. Can you share that with us?
This was incredible. My mate Jesse, who is a film mate of mine, who actually did a lot of the camera work on that I Like It Easy one. That first shot was a stop motion thing, and I had to stay still for 2 hours, and every midge in the world decided to hatch and fly up my nose and everything. I was going like this, but I digress. But with the documentary, he sent me a link to a guy called Petros Katina, and he's a really amazing still photographer who does the big billboards you see all over the place for Maserati and all sorts of things. And he's really been making a name for himself as a director as well. And he said, "Yeah, you should send him an email and tell him your story," because it was originally going to be about a bunch of musos in Sydney, how they have reacted and what's happened with the COVID-19 situation. And so I sent my story in, and he emailed me straight back, and he said, "Yeah, we'd love to speak to you about it, because it's a really positive story of what's happened." And he ended up actually scrapping the whole idea and basing the whole thing around me. So I sort of he sent me an email, and I went, "Oh, excuse me, like, from what it sounds like, you're going to do just me now?" And he goes, "Yep." And I went, "Holy shit." and it's going to be, you know, pitched to all the big film festivals around the world, which is Tropicana and Cannes and Sundance Film Festival. And so I'm just blown away, and they're probably going to be following me around for the next few weeks when we do all our gigs and everything. And oh mate, I was sort of in tears of joy. It was like, wow, it's just like amazing film guys like that charge a lot of money every day that are going to be sort of documenting my life for the next few weeks. So wow.
That's incredible. And we also have here tonight, we're about to watch your video for superheroes and racing cars, which we're really excited about. Just before we do that, can we just find out a little bit more about the song?
Yeah, well, superheroes and racing cars was really special to me because I was doing the Bus for a Cure, which was a cure for cancer in Newtown, and I was rehearsing with Ollie, my mate, and Kelly, and Kelly's my good friend, and Ollie's her husband, and his son was bouncing on the trampoline. Tom, and he goes, "Have you got any songs about superheroes?" And I went, "Nope." And, "You got any songs about racing cars?" And nope. And so on the train ride home, I wrote this song, and I played it when I was busking at the Tamworth Country Music Festival. It's not even a country song, and that's what everyone really loved. And a lot of my friends say it's their favourite song, so I made it into a single, and this is it. And I recreated the exact scene that happened. So the beginning scene is that, and of course, Mr. Michael El Bacha is in there.
I'm actually honoured. I'm honoured to be part of the music video, Nathan. Over my years, I've watched you. I know, you know, I've watched you over the years on Channel V, In Demand, and looked up to you, and I still do. So you inspire me. Years later, bang, I'm in your music video. This universe, I'm just so grateful because you deserve all the success that's coming your way because you're one of the most lovely, most kindest humans I would ever come across. You're amazing, and I love you.
Yeah, I love you too,
mate. Before we thank you for tonight, can you just, you've got an EP launch as well coming up? An EP launch?
Yeah, I've got two launches now. So one is the 13th of November at Higher Grounds Cafe Kincumber, and the one in Sydney is Sunday the 22nd of November, which is at the public bar in Camaray, so right near Sydney Uni there, and so I'm thrilled about both of those, and we're going to have the documentary guys there too. So come along, and you'll be in my documentary. And put the light on.
Absolute honour for
you.
Yeah. We'll definitely Belinda.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this show this evening. How can people stay in touch with you just before we watch your next video clip?
Yeah. Well, I've got a website which basically has everything on it. It's not like one of the new websites. It's got everything. So it's mrharveymusic.com.au. And, of course, on all the other things, Mr. Harvey on Spotify would be unreal because the single drops tomorrow. So if you link onto that and play it lots of times and get that algorithm working, that'll be awesome. And really, that's all you need. So that'll be great.
Well, as you fade into the darkness, thank you once again, gentlemen. And now here is the world exclusive of the music video, Superheroes and Racing Cars.
Well, thanks, guys. Love you. Love you guys. Thanks so much, Bruce, everyone.
See ya. Take care.
Bye.
Superheroes and racing cars, astronauts on a trip to Mars. A little mate Tom said to me, it's a superhero I wanna be. As life goes on now we're getting old, it seems our dreams can't be so bold. So I smile and think about little Tom. To be a superhero would be the bomb. Astronauts on a trip to Mars. My little mate Tom said to me, it's a superhero I wanna be. So I say to Tom, have you got got there yet. He smiles at me and he says, you bet. Through children's eyes we can live to dream. If we take it in, it can set us free. Astronauts on a trip to Mars. Little mate Tom said to me, it's a superhero I wanna be. Superheroes are racing cars, living, loving and driving fast. Round this bend I can't wait to see just what's in store for little Tom and me.
How amazing.
Did you see?
Like we didn't.
Did you see?
Yeah, I saw you. We'll have to talk about that scene later. Lucky Nathan didn't get mistaken for an aircraft in that photo. Flying in the sky.
I saw some glimpses of Nathan Harvey being Nathan Harvey in that Mr. Harvey film clip back in the day. He still got it. Mate, it's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing. What a man. What a gentleman.
Yeah, we want to thank Nathan and Sterling for coming on the show this evening. And thank you, of course, to Mr. Michael El Bacha, and also our amazing executive producer, Bruce Mott, who lets us come and play here on this platform every 2 weeks now. And you can catch us in a fortnight here on InViewTV, where we'll be getting deeper with another special guest. And until then, we'll see you then. Bye. Bye.
It's all about InViewTV. It's all about passion. It's all about change. It's all inclusive every day of the week. When the world comes together, united as one, sharing stories through the eyes of InViewTV. Through the eyes of, through the eyes of, through the eyes of InViewTV.